Hey guys, it's July 20th. This is Tuesday doing the market review here. I'm doing it off of the 5-minute chart on the S&P because again that's kind of how I like to trade as of recently, or not recently, but as of lately with the S&P. But keep in mind what I'm showing you can be applied to different time frames, shorter time frames with different markets. Whether you're trading the Russell or the S&P or additional different time frames. But here we go. Okay, for today, we had a bit of fluctuation going on in the market. Now, if you had on a shorter time frame, you would have been able to probably take this signal long here and at least get a few points out of this. But as for this short of a time frame, it was a bit difficult to actually find a entry anywhere within here because of the TC. You really don't have much to go from, but I'll tell you, on a shorter time frame, you could have used this as your low and this as your higher low and take it breaking along here. Probably on the 2-minute chart would have been a good signal for that. It came back down and it pushed back up. There's no higher lows here. We really haven't seen yet a strong TC on the lower indicators or in the market up here. But we do, and I will show you this. We have kind of a false signal happening here, or I should say at least the beginning of a range. And I took this and ended up eating a half point right here going long, because what I saw here was a low and a higher low, a low, higher low, and I was really actually looking at this resistance level right here. I saw it hit the resistance, suck back a bit, and want to come back around for push 2 for the second push round, and that's what happened. I thought it was going to break more than it did, and I entered about here, and it ran a little bit and then came back on me, and I ended up getting out for a half point because I realized it just wasn't ready to go yet. But a re-entry here was perfect as it was breaking out this way. Now, as you can see, this is a bit of a small range, I should say. The market's bouncing around a bit in here. And so we see the low form here and then a higher low here. I personally wait to see what's happening. It sucked back and then it came and pushed through, kind of doing a small slingshot here. As you can see, such a long wick. This candle right here pushed through with a lot of momentum, but I was just cautious because of what happened to me on the first round there. So I entered right here, and you could take that 1, 2, 3 points. There you go. So that was a good little trade for the day. Looking back now, I like to look for exaggerated market patterns. You want to say, if you can look and identify and become good at identifying the exaggerated market patterns, you're going to take better trades, because you don't want to get too caught up into analyzing candle per candle, saying here's my high, it comes down, oh, a little green candle, that's my lower high, and I'm going to go short here. You really need to look for the bigger market swings like this right here. Okay, so here's your market, here's your next low. Okay, your next higher low, I should say. And you got to kind of analyze this carefully. Look at this, for example, this little upward swing. We've got a low here, but do you count these as lows just because they have a red candle here? Or do you look for the exaggerated pattern and see that it's generally pushing up, now it sucks back, and now it's continuing up again? See, it's these patterns that we want to identify, the exaggerated ones. That takes a bit of practice because it's so easy to get caught up on what individual candles are doing, okay? So this is not my lower high, but rather we got a high and a lower high here, okay? So high, lower high. Now I really liked this signal when it developed. I entered right here going short. It ran 1.25 points my way and then turned around on me. But I had everything in my favor. So this was just a false signal right here, okay? And again, I was reducing my risk. As the market moved my way, I moved my stop loss up 1 point, but I still ate a little bit off of that. Okay, the next trade, this was a beautiful swing. We had a low and a higher low, and low and a higher low here. This was the candle that produced the kink for us, and so an entry right here was just setting us up perfectly for the market to really push up, and it ran I believe 10 points our way total. Okay, so this is the type of swing that if you can get one of these, you could make your whole week in one day. And this is really in the essence of our swing trading approach here. This is what we love to see. This is the beautiful setup here too, because we have a resistance level developing at this point, and you can see that it came down, it swung back up, hit this resistance level, bounced back, and then carried on with the momentum to break it and run. And that's what we like to see. If you have this setup, most of the time you're going to be in a good trade or a good market push, because that's really a good setup to build the momentum breaking through. Doesn't always happen that way, but that's my favorite setup right there. So I caught that and ran it up several points. To be quite honest, I lost count. I'd have to look at my paper to figure out I'd have to look at my notes to figure out how much I got on that. But I didn't get all 10. I got more than 3. I just don't remember. And after that, I turned off my charts, which was good because look what happened. The rest of the day became quite choppy after that little push there. So not bad day. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to help, and I'll talk to you next time.